Save your money. Don't spend more than you earn. A penny saved is a penny earned. Sound familiar? Now let me ask you something. How many of those people who gave you that advice are financially free today? Most of them aren't. And do you know why? Because saving money does not build wealth. In 1971, the United States government removed the dollar from the gold standard. What does that mean in plain language? It means your money is no longer backed by anything real. It is paper. It is a promise. It is an idea. And here is what happens to that idea every single year: inflation. The average inflation rate over the last 50 years has been approximately 3.8% per year. So if you put $10,000 in a savings account today, and that account gives you the national average interest rate of 0.6%, in 10 years, you don't have more money. You have less. In real purchasing power, you've lost nearly 30% of your wealth by doing exactly what your parents told you to do. That is not a personal failure. That is a systemic design. Now here is where it gets interesting. In 2023, the Federal Reserve released its survey of consumer finances. The top 1% of Americans hold more wealth than the entire bottom 90% combined. And what do they know that you don't? They understand one word that school never taught you. The rich buy assets. The poor buy liabilities and call them assets. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Your car? Unless it's generating income, it is a liability. Your house? For most people, this is hard to hear. It is also a liability. Property taxes. Maintenance. Interest on the mortgage. Meanwhile, the bank that gave you that mortgage is their asset. You are paying them every single month. Do you see the game now? Warren Buffett lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. Not because he can't afford better. Because he understood early what most people never learn. Every dollar you spend on status is a dollar that stops working for you. Now I want to show you something that will change the way you see time forever. If you invest just $200 a month, starting at age 22, into a simple index fund returning the historical S&P 500 average of 10% annually, by age 62, you have $1.27 million. You contributed $96,000. The rest, over $1 million, was created by time and math. Not hustle. Not luck. Not connections. Time and math. Now here is the tragedy. If you wait until age 32, just 10 years later, same $200 a month, same return, you end up with $452,000. You lost $800,000. By waiting 1 decade. That is the cost of financial illiteracy. And nobody, not your school, not your government, not your employer, has any financial incentive to teach you this. I need you to understand something that might make you uncomfortable. The financial system, as it currently exists, was not designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you productive. Your school taught you how to be an employee, not an investor, not a builder, an employee. You were taught to show up on time, follow instructions, earn a wage, and spend that wage on goods and services that keep the economy running. John D. Rockefeller, the first person in history to reach a net worth of $1 billion, once said, "I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers." He funded the modern American education system. Now I'm not here to make you paranoid. I'm here to make you aware. Because awareness is the first step to freedom. The wealthy send their children to schools that teach negotiation, investing, tax strategy, and estate planning. The rest of us learned long division and the water cycle. Both are real. One builds generational wealth. One does not. So, what do you actually do? Let me be specific. No vague advice. Real steps. First, stop saving and start investing. Open a low-cost index fund. Second, understand tax law. The rich don't pay less in taxes by cheating. They use the legal tax code that every citizen has access to but almost nobody reads. Third, buy assets, not things. Before every purchase, ask yourself one question: does this make me money or cost me money? That single question, asked consistently, will change your financial life. Fourth, raise your income ceiling. A salary has a ceiling. A skill does not. Learn to sell. Learn to create. Learn to consult. The internet has made it possible for someone in a small apartment to out-earn a corporate executive with the right skill set. Fifth, teach your children. Break the cycle. Show them the difference between assets and liabilities. Start them early. Give them what nobody gave you. Your parents didn't lie to you to hurt you. They passed down the only knowledge they had. And their parents passed it to them. And their parents before that. The cycle ends with the generation that decides to learn. That generation is you. The information is no longer hidden. The tools are no longer only for the rich. The only question left is whether you will use them. Your future self is waiting on a decision you make today. Don't make them wait too long.